Now, Mr. President, many people have compared what we've just seen with what used to happen during the years of Idi Amin. How does it make you feel when comparisons are made between your style of rule and that of President Idi Amin Dada?
Well, it just shows that you are not serious. You, who is reporting all this, because you didn't show when the people were stoning the police or when they were attacking vehicles. It seems your lenses were not working. What happened? You are supposed to report without bias. Cars were destroyed in Kampala, damaged, but you don't show it there. That is partial story. But even if we look at that partial story, why should a civilized leader resist the police if they say, you come with us? Why do you resist? Why don't you go along with them and you see what they want to do?
We haven't seen resistance, Mr. President, in that clip. We have seen policemen breaking windows of the vehicle of the leader of opposition.
No. First of all, that messenger was walking. The police blocked him. They said, you come with us. He should have cooperated with them. That's what civilized people do. He didn't.
Mr. President.
So your reporting is biased, tendentious, and you are not serious.
Talking of civility, Mr. President, was it civilized for the police to behave in this manner?
Yes, they could make some mistakes, but the original mistake is a mature person, a leader, not to be exemplary in following the law. That's the original problem. These young people can make their own mistakes. But how about me? Because me, I should be the example. I'm a mature person. If I've got a point of view, and these young policemen say, don't, you come with us, I should cooperate with them.
But are you concerned, Mr. President?
For me to struggle with these young people, they may make some mistakes.
Yeah, you call them young people, Mr. President. They are the police and security agencies of Uganda.
They are police.
Are you concerned with what their actions would do to your personal image, Mr. President?
My image will not be touched by this, because my image is based on substance. But secondly, when you compare this government with Amin, that means you are not serious. You are not a serious person. And the likes of you are not serious. Do you know how many people Amin killed? 800,000 people. So even if the police were to arrest somebody using a wrong style, and you say this is Aminism, then you are not serious.
Okay, Mr. President, I want to quote you way back in 1987, a year after you came to power. You said that Uganda had gone through a traumatic period because Idi Amin and Milton Obote did not respect the rule of law. What would you say to critics who today say the same of you?
That gentleman messenger was being arrested, was being taken to a court of law. You know what Amin used to do? Murder them and throw them in the river Nile for the crocodiles. I've not heard of messages body floating for the crocodiles to eat.
What about the manner of his arrest, Mr. President?
That may have some problem. But also, how about his own conduct? Why don't you talk about that? Why should a leader not be an example to the rest of society? Why? Why do you to resist police is actually an offense in itself. They call it obstructing the police in their work. You're not supposed to do that. Yes. Yes, these young people may make a mistake here or there, but the original mistake is by this mature man who should know better, who should be the example of the others.